Hello everyone, here I have another video, and today's video wasn't planned because I didn't have time to write a script this week because my weekend was a mess. I had a lot of things to do, so I decided to make a simple video just to share with you some thoughts. And even though this video wasn't actually planned, I've been thinking about this video even before I created this channel, a video about friendships. And I will share with you my thoughts on friendships, what you should like, what you should look for in a friendship, and how to see if a friendship is good or not for you. And all those things. I will only talk about it because, as I said, I didn't have time to actually make a video, to write a video like I've been doing in the previous one. So I decided to make a version which is more simple, okay? But okay, my experiences with friendships was kind of messy, to be honest. My simplest friendships were when I was younger, when I was, a child. But since I got into teenage, it's been really hard, to be honest, because we're growing, we're passing through a lot of changes in your lives, in your minds, in our bodies. So it wasn't easy for me to keep good friendships and maintain them. But it got even worse once I finished school because I went I didn't went to uni, and also it was kind of lonely years for me, especially because I was dealing with depression as well. And most part of the friendships I made was through internet, and they're great. I love my friends. I love all of my friends, but it's completely different for you to have a real friendship and to have a web friend, you know. And what made me think about it recently, a lot about these things and all, was the anime Nano, which I watched in April. And I was thinking about a lot this anime after I finished it because, well, their friendship is so strong. And I feel like, man, I've never had a friendship like that. And I would like to have a friendship like that. I know this isn't and I kind of realistic when it comes to people relationships at all. But I think that it's completely possible for you to have a friend like they had, even though we are not living it not and but it's really hard, especially if you're not now to have those kind of friendships, because when you're a child everything's easier. You're friends with people who is around you. So basically, is a friend from your neighborhood, is a friend from your church, is a friend from school, is the kid of your parents' friends. So it's much easier for you to you know create relationships, to make friendships. But once you start to grow and all, everything gets harder and harder, and you start to find more or silly things, and it comes to a point that is not even healthy anymore. And I started to notice that adult life it's really lonely, especially the older you get, it gets even more lonely because you're not anymore in the same path as your school friends. Because when you're in school, you see your friends every day. You have a similar routine. But once you enter in adult world where you have to study for your career, where you have to work, you start to have to focus more on things that are really important, and you don't have time for your friends. And it's really hard, not only for your friends but also for your family. So that's why I always tell teenagers, since I worked with some of them, you should enjoy this time that you're in high school, in like middle school. You have to hang out a lot with your friends, go to movies. You have to, you know, go eat ice cream. I don't know, have a lot of options. If there's something new that you see to do it with your friends, but it is the time where you have the most time to spend with your friends. Because once you start university, once you start working, this time your time will be much more used by your career than actually by the people you have by your side. And you know, as I said, my experience with friendships in general were kind of messy. I had great friends. I can complain about them, and I will not do it in a video. If I have a problem with a friend, I will talk about it with my family or with another friend, but not in a video. But you maintain friendships are really hard, especially if you're not aligned when it comes to thinking. And I highly believe that to have a friendship, you don't have to be alike, to be honest. Like, you don't have to like the same things, you don't have to look alike, you don't have to have the same style, the same taste for everything, But there's one thing that you have to have in common, which is values. And this is not only for friendship, but also for, a romantic relationship. It's really important for you to have similar values, you know, and in friendship, it is crucial. So that's why sometimes you will have a lot in common with someone, but for some reason you don't get along. Probably because you have completely different way of seeing the world. So you have to have similar values. Like, for example, it is a totally random example, but if you're a Christian guy, your dad, you have a high holy life with God, you will not walk with people who don't want to change their life, who keep doing things you don't agree with. Even though you can be friends, but it's really hard for you to maintain this friendship because you're living a life when this person is living a completely different life, and sometimes you cannot ignore what is happening here, the differences. So you can live together, you can share a place and all, but you cannot be friends because it will be harder. You will be always fighting for random things. So what is the point to keep a friendship where you're always being angry, where you're always discussing and all? And this is another point. If your friend of yours are always fighting with you, always, like creating situations to be fighting with you for random things, and though they're talking about these, they know it hurts you. They know it you won't like it and you will make you angry and sad and all. Why you keeping your this friendship? So this is a point to consider. Why should I keep a friendship when this person, every time this person came to talk with me, is to make me angry, to talk about things that they know makes me sad or makes me mad? No, there's a point. Another prefer to consider not to continue a friendship is this person don't give you the attention you give them. Like, this is really misfits me. I know that all this life is not easy, and sometimes you won't have enough time for you to focus on a friendship. But for me, it doesn't make sense if you're there, always giving this person attention, and this person are not interested in you. This person don't care about you. So what's the point for you to keep a friendship when this person clearly you're not the priority for you, when this person is the priority for? Okay, I will try to say it again because I messed up. Why you keep a friendship where you're not the priority for this person, but this person is the priority for you? Basically. Because sometimes you like someone much more than the other person likes you, but it gets toxic when this person don't let you go because they want your attention, but they don't feel the responsibility of giving you attention, you know? And cases like that, it's not like this person is really busy and they don't have time for or giving me attention. No, no. It's cases that this person has time to everyone. This person are always hanging out with different people, but they never invite you. This person tells you that They don't have time for hang out with you. They don't have time to talk to you, but they're always posting things on the internet, hanging out with a lot of random people. So why should I keep a friendship when this person clearly don't want to spend time with you, don't want to give you a bit of their time when you are always giving them your time? Another thing is this person is always hiding things from you. I think this is not healthy because not like you or they should be always sharing about your personal issues with each other. You know, the friendships, even though you're really close, you don't live together, you didn't were born together, so you have to have private lives and all. But for me, it's not the same case as the previous one. You're always sharing, you know, updates of your life with this friend and all, but they're never sharing anything with you. So we had two cases here. Other person don't trust you, which is also a problem that you should consider. Why you keep a friendship with someone who doesn't trust you, you know? And why this person don't trust you? Because they simply don't, or because you're actually are not reliable. You should consider it. Or because the same thing. This person wants to be aware of your life because they are curious about your life, but they don't want to share with you because they don't care about what you think about their lives, you know? And another thing that I have to share about friendships is that sometimes I think that the real friends will only appear in your life when you're in your worst time. No, many people who are in the shit, they're terrible. They think that now I know who my real friends they are because they are here with you. Sometimes these friends they actually are at your side because they kind of feel well see you that you know this is weird, but you don't know you trust a lot in friends, so you're sharing most part of your life with them, and also you think that you can fully trust them, and I think that, but you never know. And I've seen many cases where people were at a mess, they were living the worst time of at their lives, and they will have a lot of people around them because they were, you know, like they were kind of happy seeing them like that, and they wanted to feel this happiness because there are many bad people that they like to see people in a bad situation, in a situation that is horrible. So that's why you shouldn't think like that. If a friend is a real friend, they will help you to leave the situation, you know. So as I said, sometimes you'll be living the best, not terrible moment in your life. And there are friends over that, but they don't actually care about helping you. They don't do anything to help you, you know. I myself, I lived through that. I faced through such a hard time the beginning of the year. And I had my friends by my side. I won't deny it, but they were just there. They didn't do anything, and there were a time that they even care about it listening to me. They were like, "I'm tired of listening about it." This is sad. That's why I didn't share this moment with many people, and I really regret of sharing this with the people I shared. It's hard. It's really, really hard, but that's the reality. So sometimes I think, oh, hey, I'm living through a terrible moment in my life, so that's why my friends are here by my side because they're real friends. No, sometimes this person are only feeling good seeing you there. You know, for you to know the real friends are friends that they will do anything to help you, no matter what, you know. So, and I'm not talking about money and all those things, no, but they care about you and they want to see you good. They are not just there, oh, I'm rooting for you. Other few people are rooting for me, you know. That's hard, but that's a reality. So, okay. Another thing I think is really common around girls, but guys also do that. They They, if you find out their friend bad mouthing you behind your back, this person hates you, okay? And this person hates you. Why this person's keeping you closer if they only want to do bad things about you to badmouth you from your back? So if you find out this, don't keep walking with this person. Don't keep talking to this person because this person don't like you. And what for me now? What should I look for in a relationship or on a friendship? In a friendship. What for me is a healthy friendship? I think first one, you respect your limits, but you also don't exclude this person from your life. So you wanted this person to make part of your life. You wanted this person to be there. You want to share the moments with this person. And this person also does this. This person, they want you to be part of their lives. This person invites you for the important events of their lives. They want you to be part of it. They are not excluding you. But this person also respects your limits. This person respects your privacy. This is important. This is important. Two, this person is reliable. You can share anything with this person, and this person will die with it. No, they will not share with anyone. Even if, oh, but this is my friend's husband. They know everything about me as well. No, neither their husband. You're friends with her, not with their husband. So, uh, you have to really trust this person because this person will not share with anyone your secrets. You know. Third, a friendship that is soft, a friendship that you don't feel like you have always to put a lot of, time on it. That not exactly time, but you a lot of effort to keep in it because it's really natural for you. You don't feel like you have to be the first one because the chat is so organic. It's so soft that you don't feel the pressure of also be, you know taking the first step for everything or anything else. You don't have to be always trying to find ways to keep the conversation because the person don't make it a bit of effort to keep the conversation. Everything is smooth. Everything goes smoothly. This isn't a good friendship. Today, I think that you should share something in common, even one thing, but you should like something in common. I think this is really important. And if you don't like anything in common, you should search for something that you share in common, even if you have to start doing something together. But this is really important. And four, I guess, um, this person should treat you the way you treat them. So you shouldn't think like you're giving more than you're receiving. Everything's equal. You're giving, but you're also receiving. You're giving attention, you receive attention. This person had to like you. They had to like your company. You know, this is the main thing. This person has to like you. you know they have to invite you for things. They have to hang out with you. They have to find time to hang out with you because you should be important for each other. That's a good friendship. Not a friendship that you feel like forced to be with this person the same way. A friendship where you feel like you have always, like asking for things that you should be asking for in a friendship, you know, and feeling like you're always a second option when you made this first option. So for me today, that's my ideal of friendship. Someone that you can trust, someone where you can have a smooth relationship, where you can feel loved, you can feel liked. That's the main thing you should look for in the friendship. Okay, so that's it. That's it, you. I hope you liked it, and see you in the next one. Bye.